and she sets limits on his time on electronics.
Hey, Your Honor, but she allows the child to play video games, just not with Dad.
Yeah.
So what sense does that make?
It makes perfect sense to me because of these parties. Time set for case D19C. We have both parties and their counsel present. Counsel, would you like to make your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Richard Schonfeld, appearing on behalf of Lincoln. She is present.
Brandon Leavitt, bar number 11834, on behalf of the who is present in court today, Your Honor. Also at our table is my paralegal, Ms. Kimberly Bryant, who will be assisting me today.
Before we get back into the evidence, do we have any housekeeping matters that you care?
No.
No, Your Honor.
Were you guys able to get any records from Dr. Smith?
Some. May we be seated, Drew?
Yeah, sorry, go ahead. I just wanted to bring that up in case anybody wanted to seek to admit any evidence, any of those records.
You asked that Kimberly submit them to the court as AAA, right? Sure. So, yeah, we'll submit the records to Your Honor to the FC evidence as Exhibit AAA from Dr. Smith.
Okay, and we're stipulating to them being admitted?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you might also want to email them to the law clerk because the FC evidence sometimes is not an automatic, fast thing. So I want to be able to review them, or at least skim them before that, or if you want, either one of you want to point out something specific, a page reference for me to specifically make sure I review, you can let me know that.
Not a problem.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so we're back, we're ready to do cross-examination.
Cross-examination of the plaintiff, Your Honor.
All right.
Please remain standing. Face the court.
You testified that you should have sole legal custody because you always make good decisions. Yes or no? You also testified that it is embarrassing to attend appointments with. Yes or no?
That's a mischaracterization of what I said.
Your Honor, move to strike. The question is a yes or a no answer, okay? So your attorney can clarify if you have anything else to add, but my questions, please answer them. Again, you also testified that it is embarrassing to attend appointments with. Yes or no?
No,
You didn't say that?
that's out of context now.
Again, Your Honor, move to strike.
Your Honor, the question was whether or not she said it. So she said it mischaracterizes it.
Did you answer my question a yes or a no?
No.
Okay. Did you not testify that one of the embarrassing times was that when you used handouts from his briefcase during your third appointment with Dr. Salim? Yes or no?
Yes.
Would it surprise you to know that you received medical study handouts from Dr. Salim when he attended the initial appointment with him on December 29 of 2020? Yes or no?
No.
So you are aware that Dr. Salim gave documents? Yes or no?
Not those exact documents, no.
All right, in the defendant's book 1, Exhibit J of book 1, I know there's a lot there. Exhibit J of book 1, turn to page 1702, underscore 1. So 1702, underscore 1. And Your Honor, this exhibit has been admitted into the record already by stipulation.
Okay.
Are you there?
Yes.
This is a visit summary from Dr. Celine's office, is it not?
Yes. Partial, yes.
And would you flip to page 1703_1, the next page? Are you there?
Yes.
You see on the page where it says tonometry and dilation, do you see those tables there?
Yes.
Would you agree with me that this is the visit summary for third visit with Dr. Celine? Yes or no?
I'm not sure. He's been so many times.
So if you look under the tonometry section, how many dates of service do you see there?
I see 3.
Okay, and under the dilation table, how many dates of service do you see there?
Does the one when used to have him dilated count?
Your Honor, move to strike. The question is, how many dates of service do you see there?
I see 3 dates.
Thank you. So it's a fair characterization to say that this is a summary of 3 visits with Dr. Celine. Yes or no?
Yes.
You testified that you had to come to that appointment at request regarding atropine prescription. Yes or no?
I don't believe so, no.
Testified he had expressed that the atropine drops were dilating his eyes and causing him to be sick to his stomach and have headaches, resulting in tardies and absences. Correct?
Foundation, when was this?
When he testified on day 2.
No, I'm saying, when did he express to the doctor that the atropine drops were causing those symptoms?
Yeah. He testified that he wanted the appointment because of that. That was the whole point of the testimony.
This particular appointment?
Yes, that particular appointment. Again, you testified that you had to go to that appointment regarding atropine prescription. Yes or no?
I don't think it was less, so no.
And again, he had expressed that the atropine drops were dilating his eyes and causing him to be sick to his stomach and have headaches, resulting in tardies and absences. Yes or no?
I don't think that's exactly what he testified to, no.
Okay. So you don't believe that it is true that he was having stomach issues and or headaches resulting in tardies or absences because of the atropine? Yes or no?
That was a double negative. I'm going to object to the form. You said you don't.
This is Dave, can you reword that?
Sure. So you do not believe that was suffering from stomach issues and or headaches, which resulted in tardies or absences because of the atropine. Do you?
That's out of, was having headaches because Dr. Quinton upped the prescription that Dr. Salim gave. So not because Dr. Salim prescribed atropine, no.
Didn't you testify here before this court that the result of the issues were because of atropine? Yes or no?
Result of what issues?
Stomach issues and headaches because of the atropine. Yes or no?
I don't know that he was having stomach issues. I think he had headaches because for a very short amount of time, maybe 6 to 8 weeks, because Dr. Quinton upped his dose, which was brought down. he never had headaches before or after that.
So it's your opinion then that Dr. Quinton was the one who overprescribed the medication for which resulted in his issues?
Yes,
Well, in the table at the top under pupils, you see it there?
yes.
Can you read for me the comment next to the pupils?
Pharmacologically dilated.
And the comment next to the notes?
On atropine.
And down in the table, dilation, can you read the notes for the 11-10-22 visit?
Defer.
So you would agree with me that Dr. Salim noted that the atropine was in fact dilating the eyes, yes or no?
Objection, lack of foundation.
Document speaks for itself. She's allowed to read it and say what it
You're
says.
asking for her opinion on what it says. She's not a medical provider, she can't interpret the document. If you want her to read it, which you already did, have her read it.
Your Honor?
Sorry, say that again.
He's asking for an interpretation of what this document says. She's not, there's no foundation for her to be able to interpret a medical record. She can read from it.
I'm not asking her to opine as to it. I'm asking if she understands what it says.
Where does this record say that was not dilated because he is on atropine drops? It doesn't say that. You need to medically interpret this record.
Again, each of the boxes that we just went through, more specifically under the pupils, it says pharmacologically dilated. So that means medicine, right?
Okay, when you go to a doctor and get your eyes dilated, they put medicine in your eyes to dilate them. So
That would be pharmacologically dilated, right?
when they put the drops in your
Yes.
eyes to dilate?
Yes.
I don't know, I'm not an optometrist or an ophthalmologist. Put law instead.
Okay, so the two boxes below that, what does it say?
Which
The one that says atropine more specifically. So if you pharmacologically dilate, and it says the medicine that was used, atropine, that's an indication that that would cause dilation, correct?
Same objection.
Okay, then go to the dilation section for the data service. What does it say?
It says deferred.
Does that mean that they didn't do it because he's on atropine? In your opinion? Do you know?
No, Mr. Salim listened to that Dr. Quinton upped his dose, and on the next page it says recommending switching back to atropine 0.02. He didn't need to dilate to make a diagnosis that his concentration is too high after he saw Dr. Quinton. The assessment is on the next page.
Yeah, he's saying that because his eyes were already dilated. Yes or no?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
fantastic. Turn to Bates page 1704, please. Are you there?
Yes.
So in the top section, it starts with parents advised. Can you see that? Kind of right in the middle of the first paragraph at the top of that page.
Yes.
Would you read that for us, please?
Parents advised Dr. Quinton switched atropine concentration from 0.02% to 0.5%.
And the next section, or the next sentence?
This is causing dilation of both eyes.
So he is in fact saying that the medicine is dilating his eyes. Yes or no?
Yes.
So you would agree with me that Dr. Salim concluded that his atropine prescription was too strong and was dilating his eyes. Yes or no?
Not the one he prescribed, the one Dr. Quinton and a different doctor prescribed, yeah.
Again, Your Honor, move to strike. You would agree with me that Dr. Salim concluded that his atropine prescription was too strong and was dilating his eyes.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Would it surprise you that he had
been on the correct dosage, or excuse me, the incorrect dosage 6 months before that, more specifically since May 27th of 2022.
Surprise? No.
Okay? So concerns were in fact valid that his eyes were overdilated, yes or no?
At a point in his 0.05 concentration, yes, not from day one.
At least for the last 6 months, you would agree with me that right that his eyes were overdilated, yes or no?
Not for 6 months, no.
All right, so flip to Exhibit DD in Book 3. DD. Bates, page 988_1. Are you there?
Yes. Yes.
Top, the message is dated 5/27/22 at 3:25 p.m. Will you read that, please?
The first message.
That's right.
It's not exactly near me. This is an updated script, different strength. Yeah, let me know either way.
So he has had that medicine since at least May 27th of 2022. Yes or no?
You saying from then until the present?
No,
Okay, so
until the appointment on the date of the medical record we were just looking at.
Can you repeat the question?
The question is,
Yes.
he was on this medication dose since at least May 27th of 2022 until approximately November of 2022. Yes or no?
I don't know.
Okay, so again, is concerned to you that the medicine was too strong, that would mean his concerns were valid. Yes or no?
At this point in time only, yes.
So from May 27th until approximately November of 2022, when he was overdilated, that would mean that concerns were valid. Yes or no?
Not the entire time, no.
And forced you to go to that appointment. Excuse me. Let me rephrase. Had not, quote unquote, forced you, as you said, you to go to that appointment would have continued to suffer on the improper dosage of atropine. Yes or no?
That wasn't the appointment that I was referring to. This one that you're referring to when his eyes were overdilated.
Okay. You testified the last time we were here about the appointment with Dr. Salim and about the overdilation. Do you recall that?
I don't recall testifying about the overdilation appointment, but yes, I recall testifying about an appointment with Dr. Salim.
And you testified that it was the third appointment with Dr. Salim. Did you not?
I did.
Okay. So, again, had not, quote unquote, forced you, as you testified to attend that appointment in or around November of 2022, would have continued to suffer on the improper dosage of atropine. Yes or no?
I made an error because the appointment I was referring to was the appointment that Dr. Salim prescribed atropine drops that was ordered to take. So this was after that appointment. So
Okay.
I made an error.
So, but for
Yes. Yes.
insisting for to see Dr. Salim again, he would have continued to suffer with the overdilation which caused nausea and headaches. Yes or no?
No, I did not. Say
Your
that.
Honor, move to strike everything after no.
No.
Thank you. You also testified that at that appointment, Dr. Salim confirmed his original prescription for atropine. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. But Dr. Salim did not prescribe atropine at the initial appointment, correct? It's a yes or no, ma'am. It's a yes or a no.
He did, yes, he did.
Go back to Exhibit J, please. Bates, page 1677. _1, are you there?
6, yes,
So where it says CC/HPI,
yes.
can you read the first sentence there, please?
5-year-old male patient here for new patient comprehensive examination, PT diagnosed with myopia times X 2018.
So if this was his first appointment, or excuse me, if this was a new patient comprehensive examination, this would have been his first appointment, yes or no?
Yes,
So go to the next page, 1678. Under assessment plan, do you see it?
yes.
Start from the top there, it says 1 period myopia. Can you see that?
Yes.
Read the next paragraph, please.
Your Honor,
Condition,
I'm just gonna object, this is beyond the scope, time frame. This is 2020.
She testified about it last time she was in court. She opened the door. This is completely relevant for credibility.
Medical records are not complete and not in the right order either.
These are their exhibits. We took them as we found them.
I'm trying to find the date. is
Oh,
what I'm
sorry,
saying.
this is
We
ours.
got
Yeah,
We got them as we submitted them as we found them.
phone call information, date and time, 12/29/2020. So that is before that.
There's also an issue of res judicata. The court already ruled on the atropine eye drops.
Yep, I already ruled on this.
Again, this goes to credibility, Your
and
Honor.
They weren't, well, but you're also misstating the evidence. There is not a single thing in these records, which I have reviewed before when I made the ruling, that says that he had nausea or headaches, or that it was a result of the drops. There's nothing in here.
Your Honor, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking
Okay,
about the
No,
initial.
but your question did talk about that, and I already did rule on this. So we're spending a lot of time on an issue that I've already ruled on, which your client also testified that the drops are helping, and the drops are fine. So I don't know why we're beating up on this issue of drops.
Your Honor, she
And
just
your client
testified.
Also, what I didn't have was this first record from 2020, when your client was the one asking if atropine would help.
She just testified that there was no medical prescription at the first appointment. That there was a prescription from the first appointment. That's what she just said.
So he wants to impeach her that 5 years ago, because she believed at the first appointment, the doctor prescribed atropine, but in reality it was the second appointment? That's the impeachment we're going after here?
Well, and I don't know that it's really impeachment, because your client also testified that 3 different people prescribed, 3 different providers prescribed the atropine. I mean, the kid has gone to the same eye doctor, with the same eye practice.
Your Honor, I would remind the court that it is this witness that demanded that the child see Dr. Quinton. It was this witness that demanded that the prescription be increased.
I don't think that
There was no
anyone gets
demand
to
for
demand
increase.
things from their position like that.
There's no evidence to
Well,
support that.
in the rest of this medical record, that is reported there.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, show the witness where it says that because the patient demanded eye drops, we gave them.
Your Honor, we're going to move on. The court.
Because I'm looking at the very first appointment, which I can't tell because there's phone calls and there's talks about it talks about other phone calls in 2020, early 2021.
Your Honor, we're looking at Bates page 1678.
Okay, and I'm looking at the top of page 1677. Patient father states that they are here to see if atropine drops would help out with patient's myopia. So it means your client was there and also well aware of that, and kids don't routinely see an ophthalmologist, they're referred. So you probably need the whole records from the eye doctors he's seen which has been the same, I don't know if Dr. Quinton he usually sees, or any of the other doctors at that same practice?
He sees Dr. Quinton.
You've always seen Dr.
Oh,
Quinton?
yeah, as far as I can remember.
Okay. So you need to look at Dr. Quinton's record because they can prescribe the eye drops too, and that's what your client testified, was that he got the prescriptions from more than one place.
Again, Your Honor, she just testified that Dr. Salim prescribed them, and again, per these records, he did not.
Or that
I
was-
get, you made that clear. So what's your next question?
So when to Dr. Quinton's prescription and wanted to follow Dr. Salim's recommendation, you unilaterally scheduled the same-day appointment for a second opinion for atropine drops with an optometrist, Dr. Burke, on September 23rd, 2021.
Objection.
Instead, yes or no?
Objection, assumes facts not in evidence.
Repeat the question one more time.
So when to Dr. Quinton's prescription and wanted to follow Dr. Salim's recommendation, you unilaterally scheduled a same-day appointment for a second opinion for the atropine drops with an optometrist, Dr. Burke, on September 23rd, 2021 instead. Yes or no?
Your Honor, that's beyond the scope of the time frame. But the time frame is October 20.
I think it is, it's 2 days within the time period, right? Because I think the decree of custody was entered on September 21st.
Okay, from what you just said, I believe, and I could be wrong, that Dr. Burke was after the appointment with Dr. Salim where he was not able to make a diagnosis because he used to have him dilated.
Yeah. So, again, do you dispute that you unilaterally made a same-day appointment for a second opinion for atropine drops with an optometrist, Dr. Burke, on September 23rd, 2021? Did you or didn't you?
Yes, it was either a second or third opinion. I can't say which it was.
But you made a same-day appointment without talking to yes or no?
I don't recall if it was the same day or the next day, but I did tell before the appointment that I made the appointment. And it was after I made the appointment.
Okay, so you made the appointment first and then you told him about it.
Yes,
And it was approximately 5 hours you gave him advance notice, yes or no?
I don't recall, but it was very short notice.
Okay, so if that to you,
Yes.
do you think that would be appropriate or fair? Yes or no? It's a yes or no question.
Given this example, no, yes, I think it would have been appropriate. This specific example, yes.
In fact, you have a routine of doing that, don't you? Where you unilaterally schedule something and you tell them about it after the fact with a short amount of notice, yes or no?
No.
Okay. In fact, you do not have the ability to attend that appointment because you provided him roughly 5 hours of notice, yes or no?
I don't know why, but he did not attend.
It's possible, in fact, probable he couldn't attend because you didn't give him enough advance notice, yes or no?
It's possible, yes.
Okay. So the time you returned to Dr. Salim on December 2 of 2021, you were able to use your administration of the prescription from the optometrist to convince the ophthalmologist to agree to the treatment he originally stated was not appropriate for age, yes or no?
The wording of your question is
Would you like me to start again?
yes.
Okay. So by the time you returned to Dr. Salim on December 2 of 2021, you were able to use your administration of the prescription from the optometrist to convince the ophthalmologist to agree to the treatment he originally stated was not appropriate for age, yes or no?
Dr. Salim had
Yes
all of,
or no, ma'am, yes or no?
yes, he had the records as
Fantastic.
a standard.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
So there have been several instances over the last 4 years where requested to go to the doctor and you have disagreed, yes or no?
Yes.
And on some of those occasions, being correct in his concerns and required antibiotics, yes or no?
I've never denied him going when he was prescribed antibiotics.
Go to Exhibit DD, please.
Which book?
Which? 3.
Yes.
Bates, page 1226. There's a message right in the middle of the page at 1:10:24 at 11:18 a.m. Can you see that? 1:10 of 24.
Yes, yes.
Starting with no, I can't. Will you read that, please?
No, I can't anyway. I'm also going to call doctor for appointment today.
Read the next message from yourself. The next 2, please.
I said, then get a late afternoon appointment so I can take him from doctor to home instead of him traveling back and forth twice. Thought if he has a sore throat and low fever, I don't think it's necessary.
So you didn't think it was necessary. Do you recall what the, well, let me rephrase. So the child was actually taken to the doctor that day, was he not?
Yes, he was.
And he was prescribed antibiotics at that event, was he not?
I see a pharmacy text, so yes, probably. I can't read the prescription. Yes,
Okay.
most likely.
All right. So you didn't think that it was necessary to take the child to the doctor, but the doctor ended up prescribing medicine for your son that improved his condition, yes or no?
Yes, and I didn't deny the appointment. Yes, yes, I didn't think.
I didn't ask you if you denied it.
Yes, yes.
I asked you if you thought it was necessary.
No, I didn't.
So you would agree with me that if prescription medication was administered to your son, it in fact was necessary, yes or no?
Yes,
Okay. So you were wrong, right?
yes,
So you would agree with me that benefited from concern and judgment regarding seeking medical care related to that particular event, yes or no?
related to that particular event, yes.
Okay. Go to Bates page 1301. Are you there?
No. Yes,
All right, so there's a message at the top of the page dated 8/26/24 at 11:44 a.m. Do you see that?
yes.
Okay, so would you please read that?
He's got this is from me. He's got cherry Luden cough drops he likes in his lunchbox. He says he does not feel like he needs any medicine right now. I think he's just got a cold.
And keep, in the message dated 8/26/24 at 2:22, can you read that from, starting with temperature?
Temperature is like 100.7. Sometimes the fever reducer medicines make it seem like they don't have a fever. I'm probably going to bring him for a strep test just in case. Are you going to the doctor if so? Or should I let you know what happens?
And the next message from yourself dated 8/26/24 at 2:28 p.m.
Let me know what happens. Ask for a receipt for the last payment made approximately 2 months ago. I called to pay the outstanding balance and did not get a receipt, thus I have not posted it yet.
And the message dated 8/26/24 at 5:32 p.m. from, starting with Dr. said.
Doctor said ear infection and very bad allergies. Prescribed amoxicillin. Said to consider more frequent Zyrtec. Said allergies are really tough this year and that for some reason Zyrtec more effective than Claritin.
And just to be clear, you did not go to this appointment, yes or no?
I do not believe so.
Okay,
No.
and you stated in the first message you just thought it was a cold, right?
Yes.
But in fact, it was something far more serious than that, which required amoxicillin, or Yes, amoxicillin. Yes or no?
6 hours later, yes.
Great. So had it not been for concerns and wanting to take him to the doctor, which you didn't go to, your son would have suffered with his symptomology that he was suffering from at that time. Yes or no?
No, because I may have taken it.
May have? Didn't you say that you didn't in these messages?
She didn't go. Mistakes tested.
Well, let me rephrase. You thought it was just a cold, right?
At 11:44 a.m., yes, I thought it was just a cold.
And you were wrong, correct?
6 hours later, yes.
Yeah, so you were wrong.
Yes.
Okay. And had it not been for being concerned about health and wanting to get him to a doctor, he would have suffered, yes or no?
No.
Okay. So you'd agree with me that benefited from concerns and judgment regarding seeking medical care related to that event, yes or no?
Related to this event, yes.
Okay, fantastic. So you heard testimony that you have provided incorrect appointment details to, and that was why he did not want you to schedule appointments during his custodial time any longer, yes or no?
No.
So you didn't hear that you gave him incorrect information related to medical appointments.
I don't remember, but you said it, so yes.
Okay. You even confirmed the day of the appointment. Sorry, let me back up. You have rescheduled a pediatrician appointment and then provided the incorrect information to.
I don't believe so, no.
Okay, go to Exhibit CC, Bates page 598, _1. Book 2. I think so. 598, _1.
Which exhibit? 598.
Are you there? 598?
No. Yes.
There's a message right about the middle of the page dated January 13th, 23 at 8:30 a.m. Do you see that?
Yes.
Subject, new appointment time.
Yes.
Would you read that, please? Starting at 3:20 p.m.?
3:20. I wrote this.
Yes, you did.
3:20 p.m. Monday, 116 Cimarron office. St. Rose P. Called to confirm, and I canceled the one you made and scheduled this new one.
So, just to be clear, you scheduled that appointment, yes or no?
Yes, and in the previous message I explained why.
So, go back to Bates page 1056 in book 3, exhibit DD. Bates page 1056 _1, are you there?
Yes.
So right in the middle of the page, there's a message dated 1/16/23 at 1:49 p.m. from that.
Yes.
Please read it.
Assuming meet a doctor, then operate the gymnastics from there.
And the message you responded to at 1:50 p.m.?
His appointment is at 3:20. If you want to go, that's when it's scheduled.
So you confirmed that was what time the appointment was, yes or no?
Yes.
Now go to exhibit H, please.
Which book?
1. Bates page 52.
Sorry, which exhibit number? Or which letter?
H.
52? Yes.
Mhm. So, are you on that page?
Yes.
Okay, you see the appointment, this is the scheduled appointments register from the doctor's office. Do you see that?
Yes.
the appointment dated 1/16/23 at 2:20 p.m.
Yes,
See that?
yes,
Go all the way to the right. What does the visit status say?
no show.
Okay, so in fact, the appointment was an hour earlier. Yes or no?
Yes, but I called to confirm and that's not on here.
Okay, so you told us
Yes.
once in our family wizard and
Yes.
once via text message. You confirmed it twice
Yes,
and you were wrong. Yes or no?
yes. Well, yes,
Okay, and did you have to reschedule the appointment?
when we showed up, yes.
Okay. Did you yell at the staff and cause a scene in relation to that event when you showed up at the wrong time?
Absolutely no.
Okay. So you would agree with me that arriving at the wrong appointment, having to schedule an additional appointment, and witness you blowing up at the staff would be embarrassing for us, yes or no?
Objection, seems facts not evidence. It's also a compound.
It doesn't seem facts not in that.
All right, then let me rephrase.
It may be a hypothetical.
Let me rephrase. You would agree with me that arriving at the wrong appointment, having to schedule an additional appointment, would be embarrassing for us, yes or no?
No.
But you would agree with me that this would be a reason why I asked you frequently about appointment times, trying to confirm medical appointments because you've given him wrong ones, yes or no?
No.
So if schedule an appointment
Yes.
to confirm it twice in two different mediums, text message and Our Family Wizard,
Yes.
and have it be the wrong appointment, you'd be okay with that? You wouldn't have an issue? Yes or no?
Once in 4 years? No, I would not.
You wouldn't feel like that on purpose?
No. If it was once, no.
You wouldn't be suspicious of the next time that there was an appointment scheduled? You'd be completely okay with it?
Yes.
So you testified that often noted that the long drive from his house to Ellis Elementary School was negatively impacting, yes or no?
I don't know if I used that terminology, but he did complain about it, yes.
So your solution for custodial time during the week, so your solution rather, was for custodial time during the week to you, yes or no?
That was his solution, and yes, I agreed with it.
Go to Bates page, exhibit CC. Book 2.
Yes.
Bates page 354_1. (354_1).
Yes.
Are you there?
Yes.
This is a message between you and the Family Wizard, yes or no?
Yes.
All right, so at the top of the page, roughly the third paragraph, it starts with, if you are concerned. Do you see that?
Yes.
Would you please read that paragraph?
If you are concerned about his distance to Ellis from your home, I am happy to add more school days to my custodial time. I think that is a reasonable change that would benefit him. I am amenable to receiving a custodial change email offer from you outside of the weekly home.
So again, I ask you,
Yes.
in fact, it was your solution to take time away from because apparently doesn't like driving as much with his dad, yes or no?
No. May I
You
explain?
didn't say that?
May I explain?
No, you can't.
No.
In fact, you actually believe it's in his best interest to have more weekday time in your custody in exchange for more weekend time in care, yes or no?
Not a.
In fact, you told that he's not allowed to play Minecraft with on your custodial time per a court order, yes or no?
Yes.
Can you show me where in decree of divorce
Yes.
or any subsequent court order that it says that cannot play video games with custodial time?
I can read it if it's an exhibit, or I can tell you how
Go to
I
exhibit
interpret
1.
it. Okay.
In your own book.
In my own- Yes.
Yeah, so this is the finding, I'm at Bates, page 1709. This is the findings of fact and conclusions of law and decree of custody issued by this court.
Yes.
You stated that in this document,
Yes.
it specifically prohibits from being allowed to play Minecraft with your custodial time. Point me where?
It's either in this document, which I believe it is, or in a follow-up order from the court, but I will find what I'm referring to.
Let me just cut to the chase. You'd agree with me that that language is not in this document, yes or no?
No. I believe it's in the behavioral order attached, but I'm still going through this. is an order not to interfere, and I don't find it in this one, but it may have been in October. I can look.
So why don't you flip to Bates page 1747.
17.
You there?
No.
Bates page 1747. Page 2 of the behavior order.
Yes. Yes.
Section 12. Will you read that?
Neither party shall interfere with the other party's contact with the minor children, including but not limited to telephone calls, email, social networking, etc.
So in fact, violating a court order as you alleged, he was allowed to talk to you were prohibiting him from doing it, yes or no?
No.
Okay. So you can read, right?
Yes.
You read number 12, right?
Yes.
So tell me how you prohibiting contact between father and son while playing Minecraft does not interfere with the contact with.
It's not during his time, so yes, it
Tell me where it says in section 12 here, it has to be on his time or not on his time.
It's in the order.
What? Which one? You keep talking
This
about
order,
that, but you
it's in
can't
this
identify
order.
it.
It's in this order that is
Where?
specified time. We can go back to the.
I know this was discussed at a hearing, and I know I did order that neither one of them are allowed to interfere with the other parent's custodial time. And no, it's inappropriate for him to try to play games when she doesn't allow as much time on the things. They thought about that a lot. They each have the right to have rules in their house about electronics usage.
You would agree with me that this court has not limited the child's ability to contact either parent when he's with the other parent's house, yes or no?
No, I ordered that he could not play games with him.
There's also a FaceTime schedule order.
Right. But I did order, no, he could not do that on her custodial time. I don't know if it ended up in a written order, but I know it was discussed at a hearing.
So just so I'm clear then, is it this court's order that the child is only allowed to contact the other parent via FaceTime? No other methodology?
I didn't say that, it hasn't come up. No, but he cannot sit there on and just play video games with him when she doesn't allow that. They have the right to their own rules, and she sets limits on his time on electronics.
Hey, Your Honor, but she allows the child to play video games, just not with dad.
Yeah.
So what sense does that make?
It makes perfect sense to me because of these parties. They don't need to interfere. I wouldn't let her do the same thing either.
Okay, I'll move on. So instead of fostering the relationship between by letting him play video games with his father, that he's going to play anyways, and has and does, you yelled at he was legally not allowed to play with their custodial time, yes or no?
No.
So for several months in 2022, you demanded that a physical copy of his health insurance card, yes or no?
At some point, yes, I don't remember the date.
That you actually had a digital copy of the card, yes or no?
Yes.
So you could have just printed that out, yes or no?
I mean, it was not the same card, it was huge, but yes, I could have, and I did.
So instead of the easy conflict-free solution, you harassed months over something you could have done on your own, yes or no?
No.
In fact, orders were put in place regarding weekly communication between you and yes or no?
Yes.
Those orders state specifically, those orders specifically ban accusatory statements, yes or no?
I believe so, yes.
But you regularly send unnecessary personal comments to yes or no?
Regularly, no.
Go to Bates page 50, defendants 531_1. What the
I'm sorry, which,
book 2, exhibit CC.
Okay, yes. Which number?
531. You there?
Yes.
Message 72 of 100, top of the page, dated November 20th of 2022 at 2:07 p.m. You see that?
Yes.
Subject, Thanksgiving travel itinerary. You see it?
Yes.
Please read the paragraph below it.
It says the subject is so I'm responding. I said, you're so incredibly inconsiderate to with these flight times, ruining his Wednesday and his Monday at the minimum to squeeze in an extra 10 hours of awake time in Cleveland. I can't relate to how you make the decisions you do.
Okay? And would you please flip to Bates page 879?
Yes.
There's a message 43 of 100 dated December 25th, 24 at 10:48 p.m.
Yes.
Subject, winter vacation flights. See it?
Subject, winter vacation flights. I'm responding.
Fine. Will you read the paragraph?
I wrote, why do you drag this kid back and forth at the worst possible times?
Okay. Bates page 1061 in Exhibit DD in Book 3.
You say the page number there, please.
1061.
Yes.
There's a message from you dated January 27th, 23 at 2:13 p.m. Do you see that, starting with you do not follow orders?
Yes.
Read that and the message below it, please.
You do not follow orders. There's nothing to discuss with you because your reality is not everyone else's.
Great. So you testified previously that makes unnecessary comments and he stirs the pot, right? I'm paraphrasing what you said.
Yes.
Okay. But you do it too. Yes or no?
It's not comparable, but yes.
Okay. But you do it. Yes or no?
I have, yes.
And you would agree that this is unnecessary. Yes or no?
No.
You believe that this is necessary to talk to?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay. Do you believe that that fosters a co-parenting relationship with? Does that support a co-parenting relationship with?
I don't know.
Isn't it true that the things that you accuse you are doing too? Yes or no?
At a much lesser level, yes. So, no, I'm sorry, not all of the things. There's a long list, so no.
Again, you stated in your messages and you testified that you don't want to send you accusatory messages. Yes or no?
More than that, yes.
But you do it too. Yes or no?
I have done it, yes.
Great. So you accuse him also, just for the record. Yes or no?
I have, yes.
Okay. You also send messages using derogatory language about him. Yes or no?
Can I have an example?
Sure. You've called psychotic. Yes or no?
I don't recall, but possibly.
You've called changed. Yes or no?
I don't recall.
Okay. And you've called a horrible human being. Yes or no?
Possibly.
You've called an awful person. Yes or no?
Possibly.
And you've called an unfit parent. Yes or no?
I'm sure I have, yes.
Okay. So go to Exhibit CC, Bates page 756.
Is it book 2?
Yes.
Exhibit number
756. CC Bates page 756.
Okay.
There's a message dated at 68 of 100, dated January 1st of 2024 at 10:37 a.m. Subject, weekly comm. What is the first sentence in that paragraph?
The subject is read weekly column when responding. You are psychotic. You have all.
Okay, so that was all I wanted. So, when I asked you, have you ever called, you said, I didn't know. Let me ask the question again. Have you ever called
Yes.
you psychotic?
I don't recall. There's so many messages.
Do you think that calling someone psychotic fosters and supports the co-parenting relationship?
No.
If I called you psychotic, would you take issue with that? Yes or no?
I mean, at this
Yes
point,
or no, ma'am?
No, I'm numb to it at this point. No.
Okay. And again, I asked you, have you ever called changed? You recall that?
Yes.
Go to Bates page DD, or excuse me, exhibit DD, Bates page 968. Of both three. 968.
Yes.
And this is in fact a text message from you to March 25th, 22 at 5:35 p.m., yes?
Yes.
Please read that. The
Okay.
first message at the top of the page.
Okay. It's a response. I never take your garbage out on. This is you and your fault only. We have an order that stipulates 3 calls a week, and that's it. It is very specific because of the nature of this co-parenting relationship. Not only that, you're jumping in another 6-year-old's game. It's deranged, all of it. I've told you half a dozen times to quit. Your behavior, I wrote Hyatt, I meant hurt. Your behavior hurts. You'll be hearing from my lawyer because it comes to this.
So again, you used the word deranged, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. And you were accusing deranged things, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think that using that language fosters and supports the co-parenting relationship?
It might alleviate, yeah, possibly.
Okay. And if you use that language with you, do you think that would be appropriate? Yes or no?
No.
And
No.
would you take, in fact, you would take umbrage with it if he did use that language with you, yes or no?
Could you use another verb? Could you use, umbrage, what do you mean by umbrage?
You would have a problem with that if that way to you, yes or no?
Yes.
Enough that you would threaten to call your lawyer, right?
There's a whole conversation before this.
Okay, but enough that you would want to call your lawyer, right? Yes or no?
Yeah, from
Okay,
an entire
thanks.
conversation, yes.
All right, you also yell in your communications to no.
I use capitals, so yes, if that's what that means,
It does mean that.
yes.
Do you think it's appropriate to yell in capital letters at your co-parent, yes or no?
I think it's appropriate to emphasize words, yes.
Okay. Do you think that quote-unquote yelling or speaking in all capital letters to your co-parent fosters and supports a co-parenting relationship?
If it helps end the conversation, yes.
Well, so you're trying to end the conversation, you're not trying to foster and support the relationship. Is that what you're saying? Yes or no?
I can't give an yes or no answer.
Okay, so the answer is I don't know then?
Yes.
Okay. You also dictate to that you think things should go and claim it's part of the court orders, yes or no?
I tell him what I think the court order is, yes.
And you've been wrong in the past, yes or no?
I mean, possibly, I don't know what you're referring to.
Okay, why don't you flip to Bates page C, exhibit CC. Page 361.
Yes.
You're there on the page?
Yes.
Okay, and this is a message that you wrote to.
Yes.
Right in the middle of the page, there's a paragraph that says, when I FaceTime, you see that?
Yes.
Please read that paragraph.
When I FaceTime, I expect the call to go through on a separate device than the one he's watching or playing on. Setting it up so my call literally interrupts his activity in the most invasive way possible is not okay, per the order and per respect for the other parent.
Okay, so you're saying that per the order.
Yes.
Where in the order does it say that he has to comply with your demand to, on two different devices or separate devices? Where does it say that he has to comply with that demand?
In the behavioral order, it says that he cannot interfere with my communication, and he has me call in on a device that is using to watch television or play a game. So when I call, that's the device that the call is coming through, which is interfering, in my opinion.
So wouldn't you agree with me then that that would be fostering communications with you to stop from playing a video game so he can talk to his mother? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. And again, it's your opinion
Yes.
that the court order requires him to provide a separate device that he can talk to you on. Is that what you're saying? Yes or no?
It requires him to take steps not to interfere, and that includes providing a device that he's not using for another activity.
But you'd agree with me that the step he took was to stop the child from playing video games so he could talk to you. Yes or no?
No, he doesn't take any steps. It rings and is interrupted, he answers, and then he wants to get off the phone. Involved to tell him, hey, stop. No, he answers it.
Okay. How do you know that? How do you know that doesn't tell him to stop or to answer the phone? You're not there, are you? You're not in the home when this happens?
Well, I'm on FaceTime.
Okay, but he doesn't pick up the phone, you just testified, right? So how do you know that one's saying, you know what, you don't have to talk to your mom, or you know what, keep playing your game, you don't have to talk. How do you know that? You don't, do you? Answer my question. You don't know that, do
The
you?
question was, how do you know?
I do know that. I do know that, yes.
But you're not there, right?
But he's on the game when I call.
Sure. But the phone doesn't connect, right?
It comes in on the iPad, the FaceTime on the iPad that he's using, that supplied him with.
Okay, but you don't know that is hindering or stopping that communication. Do you?
No, yes, he is hindering that communication. Yes, I believe so, yes.
So it's your testimony then that you would prefer that he plays the game instead of talking to you. Yes or no?
No.
Okay. So how is it possible that you could possibly know that hindering the conversation between you and your son? If you're not there and the phone call is not picked up, how do you know that?
No, the phone call is picked up and it interrupts, which he's been given a device by his father to watch videos or play games when he knows that I'm going to call on that device.
He was given a device to speak to you, right?
The device that I call on is, yes, his device to speak to me.
So
yes.
in fact, comply with the order. He provides a device for your son to talk to you, and you just don't like the methodology with which that happens. Yes or no?
He hinders it. Yes, he provides a device that hinders our communication. Yes. Yes.
Again, he provides a device for you to talk to the child.
Yes.
You just don't like how he's doing it. Yes or no?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. You routinely demand information even after he has given it to you. Yes or no?
No.
Go to Bates page, or excuse me, Exhibit CC, Bates page 590.
Yes.
Are you there? 590?
Yes.
There's a message, it's the one at the top of the page, dated weekly comms,
Yes.
dated January 14th of 2023 at 11:44 p.m.
Yes.
There's a where it says in the question, starting with what happened that you, do you see that?
What happened that you thought? Is that the question?
Yeah.
Yes.
Read questions 2 and 3, please.
2, can you upload all of the via court information, account number, website, contact info, etc.? Number 3, can you upload all his chess class info, where, who, when, etc.?
Okay, and the message below it, dated January 16, 23 at 10:49 a.m.
Yes.
The responses to questions, can you read responses 2 and 3?
Response 2, I think it is uploaded already. It will take some time to find this. I think you have access to all those things already, though.
And 3?
3, I think it is uploaded already.
In fact, isn't it true that it was uploaded already?
I can't say for certain, probably not.
But you don't know.
At this time, when I wrote this, I believe that it was not uploaded.
Would it surprise you to learn that he had already uploaded that information, yes or no?
Considering everything, it would surprise me, yes.
Okay. In fact, you asked, objected to Dr. Shannon Smith having one-on-one sessions with, yes or no?
I believe I asked him if he took issue with it.
Okay.
That was the word.
And when he responded that he did object, you told him it was a court order and to get in line and follow the plan, yes or no?
I'm not reading it, but I believe so.
Would you like to read it?
No.
So you would agree with me then that you did say that?
Either those exact words or something to that exact effect.
Great. So, Your Honor, for your record and analysis, I would refer the court to Exhibit CC, page 735 for your analysis. If there was already a court order requiring the one-on-one sessions, there was no reason to ask objected them, was there?
Yes, there was a reason.
In fact, you did it just to fight with him, yes or no?
No, absolutely not.
You've heard testimony regarding your request to change the FaceTime call and to stick to the order, yes or no?
Yes.
You are aware that the order from October 13 of 2021 states there will be no flexibility or request to accommodate a change, yes or no?
In part, I think so. I could reread it. There was more to it.
You want to? Go to your exhibit 69. You there?
I have a 68 and then it jumps to 71.
It's your book.
So that's,
May I approach?
so tell me again what exhibit you're looking for?
Huh?
What exhibit are you looking for?
69.
69. Okay, I just wanted to try to keep up.
Okay, I'm showing you exhibit 69, which is the order after hearing from October 13 of 2021, filed on the record on November 1st, 2021 at 4:11 p.m. You see that?
Yes.
Okay. At page 6, the beginning of subparagraph 8, do you see that?
I can't read it, but yes.
So I'm flipping actually over to page 7, which is the continuation of that paragraph. I'm going to read you a sentence from at lines 2, 3, and 4. It says the custodial parent needs to make sure he's available, ready, and has no distractions. There will be no flexibility or request to accommodate a change. See that?
Yes.
Can I explain?
Your attorney can ask you a question. So again, you knew that there was a court order that said that there would be no flexibility, but you were asking to be flexible with you, yes or no?
Be flexible? Yes.
In fact, you wanted him to accommodate a change, yes or no?
Yes.
Even though you knew that the court order specifically prohibited that, yes or no?
No, I was thinking, actually I wasn't thinking about it, but if I was, it was the original mutual behavior order that said we had to reschedule. Something to that effect. That was his window, that couldn't be taken away, and something about rescheduling in the first mutual behavior.
So in fact, you were wrong,
Yes.
yes or no?
Yes.
In fact, you're routinely wrong, yes or no?
Not routinely, I'm sure I'm wrong sometimes.
You've scheduled us for multiple activities that make it impossible for him to be available during the half-hour window with no distractions, yes or no?
It would be possible if I took him out of the activity, so yes, yes.
In fact, you believe that you're grateful that you changed the FaceTime call when you failed to facilitate the calls as scheduled, yes or no?
I don't know if you'd be grateful. I wouldn't use the word grateful, no.
Is it your opinion that you've never told me to be grateful that you facilitate the FaceTime calls?
No.
Go to Exhibit CC. It's page number 598. CC 598, are you there?
Yes.
So the message dated, or excuse me, 49 of 100 dated January 21st, 23 at 10:46 p.m. Subject weekly comm. Do you see that?
Subject weekly comm, a response, yes.
Okay, so number 4 on the list below. Would you please read number 4?
Number 4, I facilitate all FaceTime calls between and you, and in no way has the schedule had to be altered on our end more than on yours for the last 2 years. I'm being considerate when I tell you we aren't done shopping and offer a better time to FaceTime where you'll have more meaningful engagement rather than handing him the phone in a shopping cart. You're welcome.
Okay, so the "you're welcome."
Yes.
Again, you're saying he should be grateful by that phrase, are you not?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, and really you shouldn't be shopping while it's time for father and son to have their FaceTime call, yes or no?
No, I'm sorry, I should not be shopping. I should not be shopping. No, I shouldn't not be shopping. I think the answer is no, I'm not doing this more than, I shouldn't keep home and not shop or not go to karate or not do anything to facilitate a call when I can do it on a better time. I think
Even though
that's-
there's an order not to move the time around. There's no flexibility involved. Yes or no?
There isn't, but we both do it. To no, yes, there's an order that there's no flexibility.
And again, you would agree with me that you shouldn't be shopping when it's time for dad to have his FaceTime call with the child. Yes or no?
No, I could give the phone to, so yes, I should be able to shop.
But you would agree with me that being in the middle of a store,
Yes.
loud, music in the background, people walking by, that wouldn't provide dad any privacy to speak with his son, would it?
I could find a spot.
You would also agree with me that that would be distracting for yes or no?
It could be, yes.
Okay, so you would agree with me then that if did this to you, you would take serious issue with that, yes or no?
No, he's done it a lot. No. I understand that is in activities. I understand. No, I would like a call back afterwards. I would take issue if I didn't have an opportunity to speak with him without interruption later that day.
So then you would agree with me that the things that you're accusing of,
Yes.
you're doing too, yes or no?
The thing is can you be specific?
Sure. Accusing him of doing things, threatening him,
No.
being aggressive, failing to facilitate the co-parenting relationship, not fostering a parent-child bond, yes or no?
Compound question, Judge.
Steve, you gotta break that down.
You would agree with me that you're not fostering a parent-child bond by shopping with your son when it's time to FaceTime with the other parent, yes or no?
I would not agree with you. That is my answer.
You would not agree with me, that's your answer?
Yes.
Okay. If shopping with during your FaceTime call, you would agree with me that that would not facilitate a parent-child bond, yes or no?
Not always. Not always in that situation, no.
And again, you didn't ask him to change the call time. You told him that the call time was going to be changed, yes or no?
Yes.
In fact, waiting for the call at that time, yes or no?
I would have to read the previous message.
No. The question is, waiting for that call, yes or no?
No, he's to call. He's not waiting for a call from no.
But you would agree with me that that time was set aside.
In the order, yes.
Okay. And he in fact did try to make the call, yes or no?
I don't know. If possibly, and I don't know. I don't know.
The call didn't happen at the scheduled call time, yes or no?
I don't know if he may have called and my response was, this is what I tried to do. I don't know if he called, but my response is correct, that I wanted to alter it against the order and that I would provide a call later. It's growing. I don't know.
But you didn't give him notice of that before, did you?
I don't. Sometimes I do. I don't know in this instance if I did or not. I can't say if I did.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't.
So this just kind of goes however you feel like that day, like whether you feel like giving notice or not, right?
Sometimes he has not had notice. It's not routine. It's not common.
But you don't consider when you do that, do you?
I don't get. Yes, I do.
Really? You just tell him how things are going to go and you consider a schedule and when you do that?
Yeah, I did consider a schedule that he could have a meaningful engagement later in the day.
So if the tables were turned
Yes.
to you,
Yes.
you wouldn't have a problem. This would be completely fine with you.
I said in this that he's altered on our end more. He's altered more on his time for the last 2 years than I have. And I'm not telling him I have a problem with it in this
Okay.
message.
You wouldn't threaten to file a motion or call your lawyer? Yes or no?
For one single instance, no.
Again, this isn't the only time that this has happened, has it?
No.
Okay. So, your continued insistence that quote unquote figure it out to accommodate your failures to follow the order instigates unnecessary conflict. Yes or no?
No.
You don't think that that creates unnecessary conflict?
I don't think I'm instigating, no.
If you, in all capital letters, shouting at you, figure it out, you wouldn't have a problem with that?
And depending on, I mean, probably I would, yeah.
Okay. Do you think that that's kind? To just yell at someone to figure it out?
No.
Do you think it fosters the co-parenting relationship?
If it's ending the conversation, then yes.
So your plan is to end the conversation, not solve a conflict. Is that what you're saying? Yes or no?
I would love to solve all conflicts. That would be my overall plan. I need a specific example.
I'm asking what you think.
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. Do you think that yelling at someone in all capital letters to figure it out supports and fosters a co-parenting relationship? Yes or no?
Depending on the situation.
You testified whatever I can do to end the conversation, right?
For some instances, yes. If that ends it, that's better. Yes.
So you just want to end the conversation instead of solving the conflict. Yes or no? Yes or no, ma'am? Yes or no?
There are no solutions. I don't know how to answer that. There are no solutions
okay.
sometimes.
All right. So given how you communicate with yelling at him in messages, making unnecessary derogatory comments, accusations, demands for things that either already given you or you could obtain yourself, you are at least equally responsible for the level of conflict between you. Yes or no?
Absolutely no. No.
You're not equally responsible.
No.
In fact, isn't it true that you make unilateral legal custody decisions regarding your son? Yes or no?
On occasion, can I explain?
No. Is your answer yes? Yes, you do?
Yes.
Okay. You enroll in extracurricular activities before informing yes or no?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, go to Exhibit CC, it's page 440. So there's a message, 52 of 100, dated July 9 of 22 at 12:04 a.m., subject weekly comm. Subsection 3, starting with what is the new?
Yes.
Can you read that, please?
Yes. Number 3. What is the new extracurricular scheduled for in the OFW budget?
And your message, 51 of 100, dated July 8, 22 at 12:14 a.m., starting with attached is?
Attached is registration info for a Ninja Parkour class currently registered in on Wednesdays, 4:20 to 5:05 p.m. Parent portal login, link found on their website, gymandfit.com.
So he was asking you what that was because he didn't know, correct?
No.
So, what is the new extracurricular activity scheduled for in the OFW ledger? Is it your testimony you talked to him before you signed the child up for that activity?
It's on my time, but I almost always, if not always, let him know about an activity before I sign him up.
Great, but on this one,
Yes.
you didn't, did you?
No, I don't agree
So,
with
just
that.
so I'm clear, your answer is no, is that right?
answer is no, that I don't agree with you. I think that he was informed about Jim and Fit before this message.
Well, then why would he ask you why it's in the ledger if he knew about it beforehand?
Because he asks me things he knows about all the time. It's constant.
What evidence of proof do you have of that?
I mean, I'd have to read this entire thing. I probably told him 6 months earlier, like I routinely do. I would have to read every message to find that.
Is it possible you didn't, though?
I mean, yeah, it's possible.
In fact, isn't it true that you didn't?
No, I can't.
You just told him about this activity, you didn't ask him about it, yes or no?
Well, it's on
It's
my-
a simple yes or no. All I want is a yes or no.
Can you repeat the question again?
Isn't it in fact true that you did not talk to about this activity before you signed for it? Yes or no?
No, I would say no. I would say no.
But you have no evidence to support that you actually did, yes or no?
I mean, I have. I mean, I can look. I don't know if there's evidence in here. Historically, I tell him all the time. I would have to go through hundreds of messages. I would believe, if I had to guess, that yes, I told him that there was a class that I wanted to sign up for, and it was on my time.
But you don't have any specific evidence as we sit here today that you can point to right now that you in fact told him, you told about the activity before you signed.
The evidence may be in this book, and I am happy to go through every single message.
Your attorney can do that. He's already spent 7 hours. We'll spend some more, I'm sure. Bates page 704, please. Are you there?
Yes.
Message number, I'm sorry. The message, bottom half of the page, dated October 21st, 23 at 9:26 p.m. Subject, weekly calm.
Yes.
Can you read that first sentence, comma, first sentence I asked?
I asked Mrs. Weckesser to add to Feathered Eagles. Questions, are you allowing to sit in the front seat while you drive?
Okay, so the message above that on 10/23 at 7:37 a.m. Weekly comms. Read the first sentence there, please.
We'll talk about this Feathered Eagles later.
Okay, and above it, message dated 10/23/23 at 3:53 p.m. The last sentence in that exchange. We'll talk about.
Yes. I'm sorry. The last sentence in the exchange.
We'll talk about.
In quotes, because of what he said previously to the message below. We'll talk about Feathered Eagles later. There's no later. He's in the group.
Great, so you already signed him up for Feathered Eagles before you talked to or no?
I talked to him about it, so no.
So he didn't agree to this before you did it, correct?
Correct.
You just did it anyways because you wanted to, yes or no?
Because it's in his best interest. I tried. Yes, I did it anyway.
Okay, you said it's in his best interest. Do you think it's in his best interest for you to unilaterally decide whatever you think for yes or no?
Yes. Most of the time, yes.
Okay. You know that parental rights, correct?
Correct. Yes.
You know that there's a court order in place that gives him joint legal custody. Yes or no?
Yes.
You think that you know better than the judge, right? Because you get to be the sole arbiter of what's best for yes or no?
No, I don't think I know better than the judge.
Yet you just sign him up for things that you choose to without considering anyone else's opinion. Yes or no?
He doesn't respond with an opinion. He doesn't tell me most of the time yes or no. So yes, I took it upon myself to unilaterally enter into Feathered Eagles and taken him out.
Then you would agree with me
Yes.
that you violated this court's order by doing that. Yes or no? Yes or no?
I'm going to object, Your Honor, calls for a legal conclusion.
No, it's ambiguous. It's ambiguous. I am supposed to
No.
look out his
The
best
question
interest.
is,
Yes.
you would agree with me
Yes.
that by you unilaterally signing him up for Feathered Eagles,
Yes.
you violated this court's order? Yes or no?
I don't think it's a yes or no answer.
Well, are you saying you don't know then?
I don't know.
Okay. Even though you did not discuss the activity beforehand with, you still want to pay the cost and make sure he participates on his time. Yes or no?
Which activity?
Feathered Eagle.
There's no
Excuse
con-
me.
there's-
Soccer. I apologize.
If the order says if participates that he used to pay half of the cost. So yes, I would like that.
Isn't it true that the order says if he participates or he agrees? Or excuse me, he has to agree to it? Yes or no?
I don't know. I can read it.
Okay. So isn't it true you signed for soccer without communicating with, yes or no?
Oh, I communicated for 3 years. And then when he didn't respond, yes, I signed him up for soccer.
So unilaterally.
I guess
You would agree with me that you unilaterally signing for soccer violated this court's order? Yes or no?
no.
Okay. So you signed him up for the activity unilaterally and demanded that half of the cost of soccer. Yes or no?
If he participated, yes.
You also demanded that make sure that you participate in soccer on time. Yes or no? Yes or no?
I've given him the opportunity to not participate. It's his choice. I've said before, it's his choice. Yes, several times.
Do you ever take, you didn't like that verb. Do you ever have an issue if not take soccer on his custodial time?
Yes.
Great, so you didn't give him a choice. You signed him up,
Yes,
you expected him to pay half,
yes,
you didn't talk about it with him,
I did.
and then if he chooses not to take him to soccer on his custodial time, you have a problem with it. Yes or no?
That is true, yes.
How does that foster the co-parenting relationship?
I mean, I'm making decisions on behalf of us. I don't,
But you're doing it unilaterally, right?
it was 3 years of me asking him. Yes, finally, the third year, he was asking me in soccer. Yes, I made the decision.
Isn't it true that, that you didn't want to participate in soccer because it would unreasonably hinder Dad's custodial time?
I can't say why he said that. I mean, I don't think that's the reason. I have my own opinion. So
Is it possible that that was the reason?
Probably not, but it's possible.
In fact, isn't it true that he did that? Yes or no?
I don't recall.
Of course. Okay, so isn't it true that he asked you repeatedly to discuss changing the school? Yes or no?
He's been out, yes, repeatedly, yes.
Okay. And you ignored him or denied the request each time to have a conversation about it? Yes or no?
It was the same conversation, yes. I said I would not engage in another similar conversation, yes.
Even though you complained that his work was getting marked correct when it was in fact had misspellings in it? Yes or no?
Yes.
But on March 30th of 2024, you suddenly messaged that you had chosen a new school and placed it on the wait list. Yes or no?
That's a mischaracterization.
Great. Let's go to Exhibit CC, Bates page 775.